magic of the Cybernet Space Cube, the computer-enhanced podcast of the future. Transformers Slag Podcast.
Oh, snap. Wow, what a week we have to talk about today. What a week do we have to talk about today? Amazing. What's up, Transformer fans? This is the face that runs this place. This is the Transformers Slag Podcast Saturday night live stream. My name's Proto Man. I'm the voice that you hear Monday to Friday. This is the face of that voice, so I apologize for that. How we all doing? It has been a crazy week in the world of Transformers, and we are going to summarize some stuff, some new updates that we've had since we've talked last about most of it. We have a giveaway for Patreon members and YouTube members. Those are the green names over there. And we have some P.O. Box opening because we got a whole bunch of presents in the mail from the P.O. Box. Nice wrapped presents for the holiday season. But again, we're going to be doing a giveaway also so we could give something back to the fans. And we're just going to talk Transformers, take a lot of super chats and everything from the peeps. And that'll be that. It is going to be quite the busy evening. Quite the busy evening indeed. So let's get into that because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Nice to see everyone, a lot of familiar faces tuning in for the stream. So let's do that, shall we? We got a lot to talk about. So the first thing to talk about is GoBots in the MCU. GoBots in the MCU. What a world we live in, I swear. It's getting crazier and crazier as time progresses, and I would have never imagined among the ranks of Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and even that of the Hulk, would we have Cykill of the GoBots chilling among them? But weirder things have happened, and that's just how it is. So, for people that aren't aware, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special came and went on Disney Plus, and a certain character was made canon according to James Gunn. Just go to his Twitter and read all the answers. And we have a GoBot, specifically Cykill, being featured here. Now, was Cykill the GoBot that killed Drax's cousin? Or was it someone that just looks similar to Cykill of GoBot nature that killed Drax's cousin? We do not know, but hopefully James Gunn will enlighten us on the situation. If you want to have a complete breakdown about everything in relation to this, I did an individual segment on it on the podcast where I highlighted some of James Gunn's answers on Twitter in relation to our GoBot here, Mr. MR01 Cykill Robo, aka Cykill. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll learn some more, and maybe this might be the beginning of something. Maybe Hasbro is willing to do something with the GoBots IP and introduce it into the MCU. Who knows? Who knows? It's definitely one thing to do with it. If you're not going to do anything else with it, you might as well put it somewhere and let it grow a little bit. So very interesting indeed. Very interesting. But yeah, just keep that in mind if you have a streaming service or watch it any way you can. Definitely check that out. And yeah, GoBots in the MCU. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Now let's talk about our Haslab item, Deathsaurus. So last time we talked, Ben from marketing, I talked with him through messaging, and he said that these images would be coming later this week. There was a lot of dust that stuck to the hand-painted prototype, which made for not very pretty photography, so it kind of delayed things that they had to do a little bit of photoshopping. So keep in mind, guys, everything you're looking at here today is a hand-painted prototype and also a little bit of photoshopping that needed to be done because it didn't come out picture perfect that they had hoped for. But what do you expect from a hand-painted prototype? I'm sure we're going to get much clearer and more accurate photos when they have the actual test shot of the figure in color with the decos. But we have a better idea of what Haslab Deathsaurus is going to look like today. So here is the base tier. Pretty much everything that you get with the base tier, minus that of the two little breast bots, which I'll show you right now. The two little guys of Tiger Breast and Eagle Breast, or as he's known, Tiger Chest and Eagle Chest, and how those work there with the gun mode and everything. So looking pretty good. Looking good. I like the deco on it. I just hope that the chrome is well sealed in and everything looks nice. Everything looks fine and dandy. And then, of course, we have Tier 1 with the living metal cannon, living metal destroying cannon, excuse me, sometimes called the death cannon, depending on which translation you go by, along with the mace, which we learned just recently was actually a slight partial from Masterpiece Megatron's mace. I did not catch that. looking good. Also, again, um, the purples look a little different with the hand painted prototype. But again, it's probably going to be different when it's poured into a molded cast, and we'll see everything much better and what the actual highlights will be. Again, looking at the blues. Don't get too married to the idea of the dark blues on it. It might pour differently and might be different. So we'll see what happens with that. And then of course tier two with how the throne looks, and again the stand piece. The stand was actually originally clear plastic. Now it's a molded matte plastic that has been painted. So at least that kind of is cheaper than using a clear plastic, which I would not suggest using a clear plastic for it because it would just be more expensive to then paint over. Looks good though. Looks good. I like even having eagle breast just chilling on top there. I believe that was episode 3 or episode 4 of Transformers Victory where we see that. Still kind of looks like poop with the coloring. It needs to be a little more purple, but again, it's a hand painted proto. That's how the paint dries. That's how it looks right now. I'm pretty sure the molded one in the actual colors will look different. So the updates right now in terms of how we're doing, this is the week by week. We've been keeping track of this. So Hasbro said that every Sunday going into Monday, they do their international Pacific Rim drop of added backers. They all just get added right away. Considering that we're less than 1,000 away from tier one, assuming Japan and Hong Kong and China and all the other places, Philippines and Thailand and Vietnam, if they didn't slow down on their backing, I don't know if they include Australia in that, but if they didn't slow down with their backing, we'll probably see tier one at least get unlocked up to this point. Hopefully, hopefully. And then it's just another 4,000 into tier two with 9 days left. So we'll see what happens. It's coming very quickly. We've been talking about this week to week, and now we're down to pretty much just a handful of days left with 4,000 to go to get the stand and that of the throne. I hope it works out. I hope we get that throne too, because for $179.99, you want to get everything and anything from that. So keep that in mind. We'll see tomorrow because again, Sunday going into Monday. Obviously, Sunday for our time is Monday, Japan time in general, with the 12-hour difference. So we'll see probably around lunchtime tomorrow, hopefully a boost of backers, and we'll get an idea of what's going on with that. What we have also is Magic the Gathering. So, December 5th coming up on the Secret Lair Magic the Gathering website is going to be 3 separate Secret Lair packs of Transformers Magic the Gathering cards. We already saw the Transformer Magic the Gathering cards from the Brothers War set through the collector booster boxes. Now we have 3 different secret layers. What secret layers are is they're individual packs that you're guaranteed of those specific cards. It's kind of like a little set, if you will, a nice little set. And they're bought individually. You have a choice of regular or foil edition. Usually regular editions are $29.99, foil editions are $39.99. I do not know the pricing for these ones, but that's just to give you a general idea of the past. We have one set that makes a nice, cool little montage image if you put all the cards together of Optimus versus Megatron getting the Allspark. These are all functional cards within the Magic the Gathering sphere, just reskinned from previous cards. We got a Transformers the movie kind of montage going on where it's a whole bunch of stuff from different key scenes in the 1986 animated movie. So that's a really cool one. Casey Collar did the art on some of these. He actually posted some of them in HD on his Twitter, so check that out too. And then we got Cybertronian Transformer Magic the Gathering lands. This is the one that I'm probably the most excited about, and I really wish that they made these in large numbers. Like you could buy like a minimum of at least 10 of these each in bulk because I would love to own 10 of each of these. So I don't know what the prices are going to be, but man, like I love how the planes work, how it looks, excuse me, that cool Cybertronian kind of environment and same thing, even have like it's hard to see. I'll do an individual segment on this later this week and really break down the flavor and everything that's going on behind the scenes with some of these. But you got like Brawn beating up not Snaptrap, what do you call it? Snapdragon, everything like it. They look great. They look great. They're so nice. I'm so excited about these. Wow, do they look good? And looks like we're going to be seeing more Magic the Gathering in Transformers. It clearly is doing something. I mean, when they did that Grimlock all those years ago with the HasCon, and that sold very well, there clearly was something on the table there to exist. And there's going to be a lot more of that in the future. So stay tuned with Secret Lair and Magic the Gathering. Again, Secret Lair's website with Magic the Gathering will feature these. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now we have some new toy news. We had some Walmart listings that popped up, and these were in their computers, and they were all late 2023, early 2024 product. Some of it is capsule related, meaning store exclusives that could be potentially part of an imprint subline. We got some package refresh stuff that is kind of vague. And then we got something that's even more vague, the name of what potentially the next Transformers line is going to be for 2023. We have Transformers Legacy, Transformers Legacy Evolution, and now we got a Transformers Legacy Uni something. Could be Universe, could be Unicron, could be United, could be Unification, could be Unity. Probably Universe if I was a betting man, but it's definitely going to be something. And look at the choice of characters, a beautiful, diverse choice of everything across the different brands of Transformers, be it Generation 1 Triple Changers, Beast Wars, Transformer Prime characters, animated characters, potentially Unicron Trilogy characters, Generation 2. I mean, there's so much going on here, and it looks fantastic. I mean, the fact that we're getting Beast Wars stuff like a Silverbolt that's being, so it right away it opens it up that we're going to be seeing Fusors again potentially. So getting Silverbolt, having his figure updated in a Voyager class, which is even more amazing. That means that it really opens it up to a budget that is much bigger than that of the original 1997, 1998 toy that we got back in the day. More articulation, better sculpting, and looking at what they've done with the Beast Wars stuff in the past already with Legacy and Kingdom, the sky's the limit. There's so much great stuff here. So much great stuff. I'm so excited about this. And Tigerhawk too. That looks really cool. Animated Optimus, I'm really curious how they're going to tackle that one in the Voyager price point. Thundertron, same thing. They could really take it in a different direction if they want to. A lot of cool stuff going on there. Very excited. Let me know what you think. But I mean, man, there is just this is there. It's giving me a lot of hope. It's giving me a lot of hope of what we're going to be seeing in the future from these generation flavored kind of lines, because it used to be, you know classics universe 1.0. There was a little bit of, oh, once in a while you get a Cheetor or a Hot Shot or a Tankor or a Dinobot, once in a while, but it was primary very generation 1 heavy. During the John Warden era, it was almost completely Generation 1 heavy, except for that tail end with Kingdom. And the rumors with Kingdom even were at one point it was supposed to be, G1 versus G1 86. Like that was actually the rumor before like Studio Series 86 kind of became a thing. So it almost was going to be completely G1 also. Now we have something during this new era here with Mark Mayer, with Evan, with Ben and everything, where it's a mixture of all the different brands. When you have a brand that's almost 40 years old coming up, there's G1 was a very small portion of it. And more specifically, G1 that most people refer to is a very small portion of it that's maybe only 4 years. I mean, G1 in theory is 8 to 9 years, but it's really only the first 3 or 4 that everyone keeps referring to. And the fact that they're finally celebrating that other 25 years of the brand, Beast Wars, G2, animated, Unicron trilogy, Transformers Prime, comic book weird stuff. That's fantastic because there's different walks of life in this fandom. There's different people that started at different times and have nostalgia for those different times that they started. And it's nice to see, respect and celebration of those other things too. So we'll see what happens. But if these listings are any indication of what we're going to see in 2020, late 2023 and early 2024, if you were a fan of something, you're probably going to get something that's catered to you. at some point. So that's really cool. Can't wait for it. I know Mikey and Louie are excited about the Silverbolt because they were always wondering if we were going to see fusers in the future. Yeah, looks like we're getting them. Now we'll see if we get Quick Strike. That'd be pretty cool. Make him a deluxe. Don't make him a basic like he was with his original. Make him a deluxe. That'd be hype. That'd be hype. Uh Now let's talk the elephant in the room, or maybe the gorilla.
Stand down! I'm not the one to fear, Prime. There is a darkness coming.
It was all a dream. Pull over! I'm not driving! And if you don't know, now you know.
Of all the threats, from both your past and future, you've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
And if you don't know, now you know.
This can't be real. This can't be real. Oh, okay, it's real.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. So, let's talk about it, shall we? So, I did an individual segment about this, breaking down the trailer, making sense of everything in the background, not going too much into spoilery territory because there is more obvious stuff there that could be discussed on a spoiler kind of level. But I just want to say that I'm very excited. I haven't been this excited since probably the 2007 movie. Revenge of the Fallen, I was cautiously optimistic. I was excited about it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, super excited, that to the point of like I was hyped. Dark of the Moon, when Shockwave was there, I was excited, but then I got burned because Shockwave was not part of the story. And then I got burned with the Age of Extinction with the Dinobots that appeared in the last 15 minutes. And then when they brought a Last Night movie and said, hey, Proto, we might have burned you in the last two, but Hot Rod's in this one, right? Hot Rod, you like Hot Rod. And honestly, I've watched that movie once in theaters, bought the DVD, went to watch it again, and couldn't finish it. It just, the paces were not there and everything. And Bumblebee was good, but I watched it once and never felt the drive to want to watch it again. Would watch that opening scene over and over, that first 4 minutes or so. Thank goodness for YouTube and people posting that, so I don't have to pop a DVD into a DVD player to do that. But at the same time, it wasn't something I was excited to watch over and over. The 2007 movie had a good beginning, middle, and end. It was a good movie that you could kind of blaze through. And it obviously isn't perfect. It has its flaws, but it is what it is. And now we have this, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I hope that this kind of mends a bit of the, how do I explain this? a bit of the ill will that maybe the Transformer brand has brought to the mainstream over a while, in that people started to kind of check out, kind of had a little bit of Michael Bay fatigue with the Transformer movies. And the Bumblebee movie didn't really help either, in the sense that it kind of broke even. Um, when you look at it, when you look at the box office numbers with Bumblebee, it did make money, but then when you factor in advertising, and they did a huge advertising push for the Bumblebee movie, it pretty much broke even. So hopefully this movie does very well. It sends a message to both Hasbro and Paramount that people want more of this, and potentially maybe could grow into a trilogy or something. There's many different story angles that this kind of goes about that I don't want to go too deep into, because there's some people that do not want to be spoiled. But it's a very, very fun looking movie. And I hope that people enjoy it. And more so, I hope that the general populace who have not engaged with the Beast Wars brand for 25 years remember that brand, remember their childhood, remember watching the Power Block or Early Morning on Fox Kids or Beasties on YTV if you were a Canadian. I hope they remember that and then go to see this movie. And if we get, 20% of those guys, then it'll be a success. If we could get those, you know, boys ages 25 to 35 who were like 8 years old when they were watching Beast Wars back in the late 90s, then it'll be a success. But let's hope that happens. That's the big issue that we have here. So that's it more or less for the news. And if you want to give your 2 cents about the trailer or anything, or you just want to ask a question again, hit that super chat button and go into that if you would like, because we're going to take some questions. But first, we have a giveaway. We have a giveaway that we're going to be doing. So in honor of a Rise of the Beasts movie and a Rise of the Beast trailer and a Beast Wars related movie, our giveaway today, courtesy of Binth Studios, is a mint on card Beast Wars reissue Cheetor. So one lucky person today will be getting a brand new carded Beast Wars Cheetor, mint on card based off of his version 3 Green Eye edition. And once again, reminder, the people who could participate in this trailer are my patrons, and of course the green names, which are the YouTube members here. How it works is I will be asking a question. If you are a Patreon member, just put your Patreon name first and then the answer to that question. So my dude, today it's going to be Mark, actually. Mark is going to be doing it today. I was about to say John. Sorry, Mark. So Mark is going to be taking care of the names. If you are a YouTube member with the green name, just say your answer. You don't need to put your YouTube name because it's right there in green. So just Mark can take care of all of that. We're going to give Mark a little extra time because it is his first time tabulating the names and then picking one at random in a hat. So good luck to that. So the question is, and it's a very easy question, the character of Noah, who's the main character in the Rise of the Beast movie, arrives in a car at the end of that trailer. What is the model of that car? We don't need the make. You could just say the model, you know? What is the model of that car? Enjoy. And while you do that, I'm going to get some water and prepare for the other stuff we're going to do later today. Spelling doesn't matter. Don't worry. People have different ways of spelling it. Don't even get me started on that. And so far, everyone has spelled it the incorrect way, but whatever. Doesn't make a difference. I work for a European car company, so Chevrolet Corvette. Chevrolet Corvette. Chevrolet. Oh, what's up, Larry? Didn't see you come in today. Larry's here. Aaron Archer is here. Who else is here? Let's see who else is here today. J.R. Mina's here. Mikey's here. Princeton Phalanx 59 is here. Edgar's here. A lot of good people here. I apologize if I don't see a lot of you guys when you come in. It's just the names just fly by, and I only really notice super chats and stuff like that. So it's the stuff that sticks out. Looking good, looking good. All right, so how we doing, Mark? You okay? Okay, so Mark's gonna take care of that. We'll have a an answer after, I don't know, we'll do it in like 15 or 20 minutes or so. So we'll do some sponsorship stuff again. We'll do some PO box opening stuff. We have already some super chats rolling in. We'll get into those in a moment, guys. So don't worry about that. And then we'll announce the winner. So first, of course, Symbiote Studios rocking their Optimus Prime shirt. Anyone who saw the live stream from Hasbro last week, we saw Evan that was wearing the Cat Bravo shirt, which was hilarious. Evan, maybe you need to rock this one now. So Symbiote Studios, the official clothing line of Transformers and apparently Hasbro employees. Again, check those out, symbiotestudios.com. We also have the Optimus pin that we're rocking today, the metal enamel pins. They have a beautiful collection of them and everything. Optimus, Bumblebee, Grimlock. There's so many more cool stuff. And of course, their brand new collection of plush that have been upgraded because a lot of them have sold out and people have been asking for them. So the Optimus and the Grimlock and the Bumblebee and the Soundwave sold out. So we have a new stock of them. They have been upgraded in color and look to make them more show accurate and give them a little glare and nice look to the visors and stuff. So check that out. And of course, the rest of the product, everything that is available. Really good stuff. We will be announcing the Wave 2023 products soon. A lot of stuff has been going on behind the scenes, so be sure to check that out when we'll be announcing it first. The worldwide debut will be on the Transformers Slag podcast, so we'll have that all for you when the time comes, but be sure to check those out too. I guarantee you're going to be hyped when you see the brand new stuff they've been working on behind the scenes. Great stuff. A ongoing plush collection of official Transformer natures, never been done before, and I don't think anyone will ever do something as extensive after. So pretty amazing stuff. And of course, all the other Hasbro brands, be it Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, and even Magic the Gathering. Now that Magic is a big part of Transformers, you got to get your mana symbols for Magic the Gathering. So if you pick up the Secret Lair and you have a certain commander and you have certain decks and stuff you want to do, you can get those mana symbols to match it too. So you have a little bit of extra Transformer flavor going on there. And of course, with the recent passing of Jason David Frank, we have the Tiger. We have a Tiger Zord. Well, we do have Tiger Ranger there, aka White Ranger. You have the Green Ranger. You got the Green Ranger plush. You got the Dragon Zord, so you could celebrate Jason David Frank's life through all of that product too. A lot of great stuff there. All the different Hasbro brands. SymbioteStudios.com. Check them out. Beautiful sponsor of the pod. And of course, And Seats, which is the cockpit of the podcast. And Seats with their 2022 collection. They will be having new product related to Transformers going into 2023. They are working on it right now, going through the testing phases and everything like that. And of course, the licensing approval for certain characters and stuff. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Again, andaseats.com. Check out their Transformer seats, premium gaming seats, which have lower lumbar support, the headrest support, magnetic support, all kinds of cool stuff. I love this. I keep showing you guys this, but seamless design that then just sticks like that. I love it. I've never had such an awesome seat before, and so thank you, And Seats, for sending me one. You know, it's one thing that, you know, you promote a product. It's another if you actually use it, and I use this every single day, so it's pretty cool. And I love that lower lumbar support. Like, as a tall guy like me, you need to have that. You need to have that especially. So, just feels good. Just adjust it up there. Got a lot of super chats coming in today. So good stuff, good stuff. So again, And Seats, you could use promo code PROTOMAN to get 15% off your next order. And last but not least, Toy Armada with Aaron Archer. Aaron Archer's been doing a lot of live streams on Friday night. I hope you checked out his live stream yesterday, where he talked about Thundertron. He talked about, what else did you talk about, Aaron? You talked about all the different trailers that hit that day. You were talking about Indiana Jones and the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Beast trailer. So check out his live stream on the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer. It is there right now. Also, the individual segments. We do a whole bunch of talk about Transformer visual 2-hour stuff We're going to do new stuff in the future. Be sure to check that out. But in the meantime, check out the lives that he posted and everything. A lot of good stuff. And if you want more Aaron Archer love, you can go to archermonster.com/shop, and he has his art book, Aaron Archer, The Art of Transforming Robots, Volume 1, black and white edition. 32 pages of beautiful, beautiful original Transformers art. Not original, not box art that you've seen 100 times over, not art that you've seen in, or screen caps from cartoons. This is original art of those characters that he designed and everything like that. Really cool stuff. $20. What more could you have? $20 for an awesome original art book. And for an extra $15, he'll sketch whatever you want on the inside. Your favorite character, anything. Check it out. archermonster.com/shop. Good stuff. And that's more or less it for the sponsors this week, aside from Hasbro. That's a whole other story. So we got a whole bunch of stuff that we got in the P.O. box. I'm going to be opening 3 different things because there was a lot of stuff in the P.O. box. There's like skinny items and medium-sized items, and then very big, worrying me that it might be a Funko Pop item. So I don't know. I'm going to ask you guys first. I don't know. Small, like thin one, medium, or large. Which one should I do? And then we'll jump into the super chats and everything. And then we'll jump into that. So I don't know. The skinny one, this one here, or the big one we'll start with first. Which one should we do first? Yeah, I know, Lord Sound Warp. It looks like another Funko. That's what I'm worried about. That is what I am worried about. It definitely looks like one of those jumbo Funkos, you know? Unicron Funko. Oh, yeah, it might be that, eh? There's the Soundwave, the Unicron, and the Optimus, if I remember correctly, and that's if they sent me a Transformer one. They might have sent me, I don't know, Britney Spears Funko or something. Or whatever. Looks like the general consensus looks like small, so we're going to start with small first. Alrighty, guys. Where's the rip point? You get to see it first before me. Ugh. Oh, that's weird. What is this? What is this? It's a brown, indescript envelope. Oh, that's vague. Okay. What's that logo? That looks like Char Aznamble's Xeon logo from the Neo Zeons from Char's Counterattack from Gundam. Okay, well, we'll open it together. It is in here. What is this? Oh, geez, what is this? What is this? Oh my goodness! It's the stamps. It's those Transformer stamps. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Is that what it looked like? It came with like the Matrix and the Dinobots and everything. Oh wow! Look at that! Ah, it's those cool stamps from the Royal Mail. Look at that! Thank you, Mikey and Louie. Oh my goodness! So what is this one? Is this also part of it? Limited UK. I don't understand. What was this one? Because I wasn't paying too much attention to the UK stamp stuff. I mean, the RC one was pretty cool. I saw the art for that one. It looked really nice. It was all Andrew Wildman, I believe, that drew those, correct? It definitely looked like his style. It's definitely Andrew Wildman's style of like how he draws, which would make sense because he's from there. So, what a cool set. Oh, that's cool. Oh my goodness. I want to take some photos of these. What is this one though? This is really cool. I want to open it. I'm just going to open it here. We'll open it live. Open it live. Oh, it's so sticky. Don't quote me on that one. Open this. What is this? The Matrix of Leadership. Oh, it has like, what is this? Crack the Cybertronian code. Oh, wow, it's a stamp book. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. What? This is crazy. Holy moly. Certificate of authenticity. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That is so cool. I love the Matrix. That is anything Matrix stuff I simp for. I love the Matrix of Leadership. That is so cool. Here, let me put this back here. I want to damage it. That is cool. I love that it has like a matrix, like its sleeve in there. That is awesome. That is so cool. Thank you, Mikey and Louie. Thank you. And so I guess this is like some Dinobot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm so blind. It's the Dinobot stamps. They go like that, and it has a background. Ah, that is cool. Yeah, I probably should have do that on camera. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know. I didn't know much about these because even though it's the United Kingdom stuff, and we get a lot of that stuff from the Queen because she's on our money. None of that came out here. Usually, when we have special stamp stuff, it usually comes out at our post office, but none of that was here, unfortunately. That is so cool. That is so cool. All right, next one here. This one worries me because this looks like, because I have the boxed Funkos that they sent me. This looks Funko sized. All right, let's do this. What? Ah, gee, wait, hold on. They're messing with me here. For a minute, I thought it was a Goku Funko Pop, but they're messing with me here. So hold on. Let me move all this paper here. Hold on a second. I'm knocking the microphone. Ugh. Bam. Swish. All right. What is it? What the hell is in here? What the hell is in here? Oh, snap. Oh, cool. Look at that. It's Generation 1 Unicron. Is this transformable? Oh my god, it's transformable. Oh my god, it's transformable. Hold on a second. Because I posted this on my Twitter not too long ago, the transformation. How would this work? So it goes, these fold. Does it fold? Oh, it doesn't transform. No, it can't because it's pegs. Oh, that's crazy though. Look at that. It's like the Funko Pop, the Funko, the Super 7 one. Look at that. That's crazy. That is so cool. Yeah, you could probably still do a transformation, something like that. Depending on how you position it. That is cool though. Man, 3D printing is like you guys who do 3D printing. I just want to say, all of you guys who do 3D printing, because I had another guy too. I remember he sent me a 3D printed Insecticon. You guys who do 3D printing are amazing. Like to be able to do that kind of stuff, like you guys are going to be the future. I'm just going to say that now. Anyone who knows how to do like 3D printing and everything, you guys are going to be the future of like toys because we're going to reach a point when 3D printing is going to freaking Goku box. You could have got me Piccolo. Come on, get me my boy Piccolo. Actually, don't get me Piccolo. I have enough Piccolo figures. I don't need a Funko Pop Piccolo. I didn't even know they did Dragon Ball ones. Man, Kira Toriyama, you didn't have to do that. That's cool though. This is really nice. I like that. When the day comes when I get the Super 7 one, I'll have that next to this. It'll be really cool. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, this is almost the same size probably of the actual Super 7. Because I believe they said it's 6 inches tall. Which, let me get the masterpiece. Yeah, it's about the same. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. Wow. That is very cool. Thank you, Mikey and Louie. That's really cool though. I'm pretty sure you could do the transformation. What we would have gotten with the battery pack and everything. Super cool. All right, last one. Here's the big one. No, don't send me a Piccolo Funko Pop. Save your money. Invest it in something better. Here's a big one. Giggity. Let's see what it is. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's another Funko Pop. Ah! Oh, wait, no, it isn't. They're trolling me again. Oh, I would have. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? So this is a Funko Pop box of Super Shredder. Obviously, they're trolling me again. Here's the thing, though. I probably would have liked a Super Shredder Funko Pop because literally on my desk, no joke, is Super Shredder. Um, as a kid, I absolutely loved that toy, and that's my original Super Shredder toy as a kid. And I always keep it on my table there next to Slash. So what is this then? It's nice though. They did a Super Shredder Funko Pop. Really? And yeah, they did Razor and Tokar. This good look, but they didn't do a Vanilla Ice also. All right, let's see. What do we got? What the hell? So to start, we have bootleg Chinatown movie stickers. Jeez, they're kind of falling apart there. Yeah, bootleg Chinatown movie stickers. There's Drift and everything. Wonder where these came from. We have more of them here. It's clearly the last night. Oh, this one looks. It's a red Bumblebee, so I guess it's a. Oh no, wait, no, it'd have to be Stinger, I guess. No, it's not Cliff Jumper. There we go. Some bootleg stickers. Oh, it dropped it. 1 sec. Slip and slide. And then what do we got here? What the hell is going on here? A lot of stuff in here. Oh, geez, it's a whole bunch of individual Transformers. So we got G2 G2 drag strip, aka no longer relevant, I guess, because of a shadow strip and everything coming soon. Oh, they're all here. G2, the Combiner Wars. Geez, how many are in here? Oh my goodness, this box is going to be packed. I guess these are accessories. Oh my God, I'm not going to have enough space on the table. Oh my goodness. Don't buy me Funkos, please. Be quiet. Don't. It's all the G2 guys. Look at that. I guess we're all saying what's going to be happening in the future with that Menasor mold. There's going to be a lot of paper everywhere. What's this one? What do we got here? Oh, wow. Speaking of Transformer Victory, we got the Leader Class Black Shadow. That came from the Overload mold. The Space Gangster. My goodness. My goodness, guys. Oh my God, so much. So much. You people are crazy. You people are crazy. I got to give away something later. Got to announce the winner. Mark, make sure you have 2 names, Mark, by the way. Can't just have 1 name. Wrapped it in butcher papers. Oh, oh wow, this one. This one's now irrelevant, but at one point was an extremely hot item in that of the Titans Return Perceptor. This guy at one point, no joke, was going for like $150. And then the Combiner Wars one came out. Not Combiner Wars, the Studio Series one came out, and then there goes the value of that one. No one wanted that one ever again. That's a shame. That's the reality of certain figures. Oh, we have instructions in here, all the paperwork.
Megatron must be stopped.
Who else have we got?
No
Here?
matter
What
the
is this at the
cost.
bottom? What is this at the bottom? Oh, we got an Aaron Archer one. We got Galaxy Force Optimus, the Siege one. Look at that. Look at that. Galaxy Convoy. Supermoto. Look at that. Jeez. Jeez, and that's it. And we messed up the floor completely. Oh my goodness, so many stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put this all aside. Thank you, Mikey and Louie. That is a lot of Transformers that I did not expect. Holy moly. I will find time to take photos and space for all of these. Do not send me Funko Pops. Stop with that. Spend your money wisely, people. Go, it's Christmas. Go donate it to a charity that you like or something. Don't send me a Funko Pop, please. That's a waste of plastic, time, and money. It should be in a landfill somewhere. Or shot into space. Let's take some super chats before we do the giveaway, because I know there's some guys that did some super chats that are waiting, and I apologize for that. So let's get to the top. Let's see. Lord Soundwarp has joined as a Minicon member. Thank you, Lord Soundwarp, for joining as a Minicon member. Princeton Phalanx 59 with the $2 super chat. Proto, have you seen the images of Legacy Medics? Yes, I have. I'm still kind of on the fence if it's real or not. Could be real, could not be real. The gang molding looks weird on it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to cover it more probably on Monday. I want to wait a few more days and get a little more information on it. It's a very weird homage if it's real. You know, to do a Rescue Bots character in the modern age, that definitely does open up things. You know, I was just saying how like anything is possible now. So now we might even get modernized Rescue Bots characters, because Rescue Bots came out in like 2011. So now those kids are like in their teens. Hey, remember when we used to watch Rescue Bots and now they could drive? Oh God, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Jeez. But yeah, I did see it. Looks cool. Looks cool. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Edgar Morel. I just got my Professor Sumdac toy signed by Tom Kenny. The that third party one there. That I have them too. Those weird ones. I'm super happy as a celebration. Can you play the Super Famicom clip you made? It is very cool. Which Super Famicom clip I made? Which one are you referring to? Super Famicom clip I made. Which one? I don't remember, Edgar. What are you referring to? You could post again. I'll try to see if I see it. Super Famicom clip.
Megatron must
You don't have to super chat again. I'll look for it, brother. Aiden Tolbert, Decepticon leader. Aiden Tolbert for the $5 super chat. Decepticon leaders celebrate that Deathsaurus is funded. The movie Maximals looks cool, and to be honest, waiting for the Dinobots movie. I don't know if they'll do a Dinobots movie, and if they did, they'd have to really like. If they did a Dinobots movie, like just the Dinobots, they have to do it like Guardians of the Galaxy. It has to be a ragtag group of misfits traveling the universe, causing trouble. But then you'd have to actually have individual characters for the Dinobots. They can't all just be me, Grimlock, me, this. They'd have to like literally be individuals. Like Grimlock would not have to just be an idiot. You're not going to watch that for 2 hours of me, this, me, that. So have them all be individual characters with personalities. That'd be really cool. I could see it happening, but they'd also have to distance themselves from what the Bay movies did also. Thank you for the super chat. Mike Rosen with the $2 super chat. I'm going to Symbiote Studios after the podcast. Hey, Mike, get some cool stuff, man. Get some cool stuff. I always suggest get the shirt that Evan got, the Catnip Bravo Convoy one. I really like that one. If you notice, I probably wear that one the most out of everything. And I also like the one that he did, the Grimlock one. The Me Grimlock Like to Munch Metal. Most because it's an 86 movie thing. So that's a pretty cool one too. Really nice. And any black shirt too always looks nice. That's also a good one. Then we have Joseph Ritter with the super chat. Everyone send Proto Man Funko Pops. Don't listen to Joseph. Joseph paid $2 to post that. So save that money and send it to Joseph instead so he could get back his $2 for sending it to me for a Funko Pop. So no, don't do that. Mikey with her $2 membership says he loves Funkos at least. Figure separate. No, don't with guys, don't with the Funkos. Come on. Come on. You know, it's bad enough every time I go to Toys R Us or GameStop and just see the wall of it and go, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Why? Cringe McCringle with the 2-month membership super chat. Any animated Wingblade Optimus Prime in the got animated Wingblade Optimus Prime in the mail today. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Probably I'd have to say, not counting obviously the BotCon stuff, probably the second most expensive animated toy if you're trying to track down stuff. Probably. The most being Blackout. I don't know why his value went up like crazy. I guess because he's more of an original mold. But yeah, like easily probably one of the more tougher ones to get. I remember, no joke, true story. And the guy, who was the seller? I want to say the seller was Razorback. I want to say it was Razorback. There's always the same guy that every time you walk into TFCon Toronto's deal room, on the left, there's like this, I think he's Filipino, named Razorback. That's a screen name I know him by. So Razorback had that Optimus, the Windblade one. Derek Wyatt didn't have it. Didn't have it. So Derek was like, oh man, I really want to buy it, but I don't want to pay $150. I think that's what Razorback was asking. And I was like, come with me. We're going to go do something. And we talked with Razorback, and I said to Razorback, I'm like, look, Derek wants to buy it, but he doesn't want to pay 150. Could we do like 120 and Derek will sign anything you want on your of all your other animated stuff, and then you could resell it with his signature on it. And he was totally cool with that. I remember he signed a Black Arachne. I don't know what else he signed, but Derek ended up getting it, and of course, now it's at Blast from the Past, all of his collection. Rest in peace, Derek. All the fun stories. I miss that guy so much. He was such a fun dude. What I liked about him especially is he liked weird toy lines like I did. Like his favorite, his favorite of the GI Joe stuff was like all of that like mutant manimals stuff that there was. Oh my god, he loved all that weird stuff. Oh, the Famicom boy. Ah, I put them all in my display. You're talking about the Famicom boy. So what was your question you asked? Hold on, I have to scroll back up a second. Super happy as celebration. Can you play the Super Famicom boy clip? It was very cool. I don't have it queued up right now, but I know what you're talking about. The commercial that I made. It's somewhere on YouTube, but I'll post it. I'll try to remember next stream. Maybe remind me next stream. I'll post it. I'm actually working on a new exclusive for a future TFCon of a similar nature. Stay tuned for that. We're working on that. In the trenches, cool stuff. I'm going to get to all the YouTube member questions too. If I miss anything, guys, of the green names, just repost them again. I will see them. Everything is rapid firing, passing me here. I apologize for that. Joseph Ritter, will the Transformers movies ever reboot, not soft reboot? Did you mention who you think the main movie baddie will be? A purple dino not named Barney? I don't want to get too deep into that because I know a little more than what I'm letting on. I see. I hesitate to say anything. Oh, I don't want to say because it's not fair to people who don't want to be spoiled. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say anything. I can't. The only other person that knows, oh, no, I don't want to say his name because then people are going to bug him. Okay, no, never mind then. Never mind. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything. I don't want to spoil that. Joseph, if you want, bug me in private. I trust you, brother. I'll let you know, but I can't say it here though. Let me do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway right now, and then we'll continue with the super chats and the YouTube member questions and everything. So, Mark, where are we at, Mark? Let me just find Mark's window. There's Mark's window. Okay, and then let me get the slide, Mark, and then we are good with the giveaway. So, the winner of, for our little Beast celebration, the winner of the Beast Wars Transformers reissue, Cheetor. Enjoy 1995 all over again with Cheetor. And the winner is Timmy K. Poindexter Jr. Esquire III. If he does not claim it within the next 2 minutes, we're going to have to say the next winner. So just say, yo, Timmy, and then we'll take it from there. Just say, yo, what do you know? No, Timmy? We got a second place that's waiting that might want a spotty cat. Psykill is the main villain of. You know what, JR? That would be. Sorry, I didn't give the correct answer. You did give the correct answer. That's what Mark is saying. You didn't give the correct answer. Mark, did he get the correct answer? We don't care. Timmy, you won. Doesn't make a difference anyways. We're not bugging. I just do that just to keep things interesting. So Timmy, when you get a chance, contact me through Instagram or Twitter. Send me your addresso, and we will send that on your way. Usually next business day, which is a Monday with tracking and everything like that. So just send me your address, Timmy, and I will be outside your door with a with a stereo letting you know. These stickers are cool. Yeah, these are cool stickers. These like bootleg stickers from China. Oh wait, some of them are actually not just there. That's that's Combiner Wars Optimus on that one. Huh. Perfect. Alrighty. So we have a winner. We're good with that. Let's get back to the questions. Mikey says, Proto, what are your thoughts on the exclusion of the Predacons from the movie? No comment. From what we know from the trailer, here's the way I see it. This could be a jumping point to get away from what we've done since 2007 and start anew. And I always say this, and it's the same thing, like everyone, when they see a movie, they go, why wasn't he in it? Why wasn't he in it? Why wasn't this guy in it? You don't want to put everything in a movie. If you want to, you could really like spread it out and then create a giant universe out of this and make people excited about it and not feel like they could skip a movie. One of the biggest problems that I've always felt with the Transformer movies that they should have learned from, like, let's say what Marvel was doing to an extent, or even any of the other movies, like let's say before that, a Lord of the Rings trilogy, is you want to make it that it's a must-see movie experience. Meaning if you skip it, you're going to be missing out if you then jump to the next one. Where it's good, you could argue, well, it's great that all the movies are kind of self-contained and you don't need to watch one to understand the other. But at the same time, it probably was also its detriment. The main villain is Megatron. When they beat him and the Allspark and all of that and it's done, boom, that's it. Second movie, the main villain is the Fallen, and when they beat him and they destroy the Sun Harvester and all that, it's done. Boom. Never worry about it again. The third movie, it's Sentinel Prime, and he's trying to bring Cybertron in Earth's atmosphere. And when he's done, boom, dead. And you go on and on and on, and there's no repercussions or anything. And there kind of was a bit of I don't want to say a soft reboot, but definitely trying to start over again with Age of Extinction by having a new cast and everything. But it ended up making people go, you know what? I don't need to see this one because, if you went from Dark of the Moon to The Last Night, all you're going to be saying is, who's Mark Wahlberg? Like that's the only thing you'd be saying. But otherwise, nothing from the story beats are really left out. So it's something where they should really be building something. Make every movie a little piece to the next one. Lord of the Rings did that. The Harry Potter movies did that. The all the Marvel MCU stuff did that, where it's like we're building. There's a reason why there's something they show after a trailer, because the trailer is the hook for the next movie. What do we have today? We don't got hooks to the next movie. We have Starscream going into orbit. What did that really mean in the end? It didn't mean anything, because then, oh yeah, maybe the reign of Starscream comic books that no one bought because no one reads comic books even in 2008. But it's just, and no offense to my peeps in the comic book industry, but let's be real on the numbers here today. So it's something that's what they need to do. They need to build interest, and you can't put everything in one movie. It's better to kind of piece it out. And then, next movie, you could have the Predacons. The movie after that, the Predacons perfect Viacon technology. And the movie after that, here's this character, that character, Imagine Zarek or Beast Wars 2 characters come. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's just, you could kind of build that, and stuff that happened in the first movie affect the second one and the third one and get referenced back. It's very important to do that kind of stuff, in my opinion. That's how you really, like, in a lot of ways, you should do movies today. Orion Prime 13 with the €2 super chat. I think it's euro. Do you think Rise of the Beast is going to overtake Marvel movies? I think Marvel movies right now are in the toilet. What is it? Phase 4 it's called right now. Phase 4 has not been working out as good as they had hoped. I think that it's a little bit of saturation of the market, because think about it. Transformers, we get one movie, one TV series, maybe a side series that might be a Netflix something like a BotBots or a Kingdom kind of thing, Siege and Earthrise, and that's it. Where Marvel, it's like, here's one show after another, after another, after another with Disney Plus. Here's like 4 movies a year. So the one advantage that we have as Transformer fans is we don't get inundated with fiction to the point that we ignore everything. So less is more, as I always feel, so that we have that advantage over the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But at the same time, we're a little more niche. We're a little more niche. If you look at demographics of who really enjoys Transformers and who really engages with the brand, it's not as widespread as something like the Marvel Universe. But the Marvel Universe, regardless of its more mainstream appeal and wider appeal, at the end of the day, it's starting to suffer. It's starting to suffer a lot. So that's kind of my take. I don't think it'll ever overtake it, but it's definitely will never be as cool as Transformers. And I love Marvel. Don't get me wrong. I have a whole room dedicated to comic books and stuff like that in this house. A whole separate room dedicated. I call it the manga room. But it's just at the same time, it's like Transformers will always be cooler. Who's cooler, a Captain America figure or an Optimus Prime figure? You can't argue that. You can't. You can't. You can't argue that for a second. A robot will always be cooler. Even if they're both red, white, and blue. Although one is very Canadian. Optimus Prime is Canadian as F. J.R. Mina, Rise of the Beast will be the gateway to GoBots. I don't know about that. Yeah, we'll have the spin-off movie, Rise of the Rock Lords. Rocks that come alive, rock lords, fighting to survive, powerful fighting rocks. Link CW reviews, late, busy at work. Well, glad you joined us. Lord Soundwarp, VW Camper Devon. I guess maybe they're talking about Wheeljack. And then Lord Soundwarp says, no, we haven't had any images yet. Oh, they're talking about, so Wheeljack, we've only seen the back of him from one screenshot. We've seen the front of him, extremely pixelated from my Transformers Rise of the Beast display segment. You could go check that out. We talked about the display that they're going to be having for all the licensed product. There's a extremely pixelated, blurry image of the front of Wheeljack, of his robot mode, just his like upper torso. And we have his alt modes. That's it. That's it. That's all we got, man. That's all we got. Did you miss the giveaway? Yes, you did. We just finished it. Let's hope Disney doesn't buy our brand. Disney's not going to buy it. The thing is that while it would be beneficial for Disney to buy Hasbro because all of their product is made through Hasbro, Hasbro is not as, they're talking about Hasbro stocks going down, and their stocks have gone down, but they're not as bad as like look at Hasbro stocks, then look at Mattel. Mattel's like what? $14. Last I checked, I could be wrong, but what is it, like $14 a share to the worst that Hasbro's has ever been at 50? If Disney wanted to buy someone, they might as well buy Mattel. They're not going to buy Mattel because even Mattel at that amount a share is still too expensive. But if they were going to buy a company, they could buy Mattel. They could buy Spin Master. They could buy Jada. They could buy what's the other one? The guys who do the Mario toys. What's it called? Jazzware. There's so many other companies that are much cheaper and smaller they could easily buy out. Hasbro's a monster. It would be so difficult for them to do that. It really would be. Look, the only reason why Disney got Marvel and the only reason why Disney got Star Wars was George wanted to sell. And in the case of Marvel, they were always having financial problems as a comic book company. They attacked 2 extremely vulnerable or willing to sell individuals. Hasbro, I don't think, is willing to sell. They have other plans. Being part of the Disney umbrella is not going to help them with their leverage, let me tell you. JR says with the Rock Lords. Sarah says, can we talk about where are the Predacons? I want confirmation. I'm really sick of a truck and no purple dinosaur and Velociraptor in my Transformer movies. Why they changed Rat Trap for a skunk? Well, the character of Reek supposedly is the skunk character. That's what we've been told. No confirmation on that from the listings. We'll just have Rat Trap in the next movie. That's all. Doesn't make a difference. You got to pace it. You can't put everybody. Think about it. You got Optimus, Bumblebee, RC, Wheeljack. Who am I forgetting of the Autobots? Wheeljack and I know I'm forgetting somebody. Optimus, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, RC. Who am I forgetting? Why do I feel like I'm forgetting somebody of the Autobots? Anyone? I don't know. I'm going brain dead here. I could have swore there's someone else of the Autobots. Oh my goodness. I'm waiting for someone to answer because I don't have an image open. Stratosphere, yeah, but Mirage. Thank you. How can I forget Mirage? He's the Porsche. Stratosphere is also another one. Assuming Stratosphere is an actual major player. So right away you got already 5 Autobots. Then you got the Maximals. Optimus, Primal, excuse me, whatever. Optimus Primal. You got Jazz. You got Cheetor. You got Rhinox. You got Air Razor. So right away there's 9 good guys. Not counting Stratosphere because we don't really know his situation. You know, so 9 good guys. Then you got the 3 bad guys that we do know in that of Scourge, Nightbird, and Battle Trap. I mean, that's a stacked deck already. To then go, where's Rat Trap? Where's this character? We need a purple dinosaur. You're already putting so much in there. And not to mention Reek that we just said 5 seconds ago. So you don't want to put too many because then you distract the whole movie in a lot of ways. It's better. Take your time. Take your time. Just don't put everything at once. Let Disney buy Funko. Yeah, look, hey, Funko is probably vulnerable right now. They're a little over leveraged in a lot of ways. Yeah, let's talk about Stratosphere. Actually, Stratosphere is one of the largest and coolest figures of the original. Like I have like almost every movie toy. Like, let me try to. This is gonna mess up everything. One sec. So that's Age of Extinction, Dark of the Moon, and then when you get there, there's Stratosphere, and it's just tons and tons of stuff. Now I just screwed up the camera, but the point is, the Stratosphere is one of those large figures that's really cool. Supposedly suffers from GPS though, which freaking sucks. But it'd be really cool if he's in the movie. It'd be really cool. I'd dig it. I'd dig it a lot if he was in it. T-Formers 2002 with the super chat. David Sobolov made a comment on Twitter how he's very honored to be one of the original Beast Wars voice actors. David Sobolov is a really cool dude. I've met him like 3 times up to this point doing TF cons. He's a really cool dude. Really, really cool. He's a jacked dude too. You don't really notice in photos, but he's a really like tough looking dude, which kind of works for like depth charge, But it's really cool to have him there. I mean, look, he's no Richard Newman. I mean, if purist in me would love to have Richard Newman as Rhinox, but to have any Beast Wars alumni in the movie is a win in my opinion. If you could get Ian in there, and if Ian Corlett was in there and he was voicing Rhinox instead of Cheetor, I don't care. Just get Ian in there. Get Scotty in there. If you could get Scott McNeil doing Reek, like people would be like, "Oh, where's Rat Trap?" If Scott McNeil's doing Reek, people would have loved that, But you know how Hollywood is. You know how it is. Pick C-lister over here, throw them in. That's always that's how they take care of each other over there. I love Michelle Yeoh, but maybe she was like, hey, I just bought my daughter a new car. I need a paycheck. That's kind of how it is, unfortunately. He says, and I hope people enjoy his performance. I'm pretty sure he's going to do a fantastic job. He's the only legit voice actor out of all of them. Think about that for a second. He's not an actor. He's a voice actor, which in my opinion is cooler. Orion Prime 13, again with the €2 super chat, €250. There were leaks about the large golden Autobot. Are we referring to the large golden Autobot from the Amazon set? What are we talking about here, my friend? What large golden Autobot? JR Mina, that Revenge of the Fallen Stratosphere toy was a great figure. Amazing figure. And it comes with that little Optimus figure. I love it. And again, when you look at it, it's huge compared to everyone else. It's like a huge figure. Huge figure. But it sucks that it suffers from GPS. That's like what kills it. That figure would be so hot with people if it was like something that wasn't fragile. A sequel to Rise of the Beast should be Rock Lords. Will Reek and Stratosphere be faction swapped? Ooh, that's a good question. Who knows? Who knows? I think Reek is going to be like the working both sides character, and Stratosphere is just going to be an Autobot. Like he's going to be like what Wheelie was in Revenge of the Fallen. He's playing a side, but then he picks a side in the end. Hopefully, he doesn't have to hump anybody to get there. Sarah says, just want a Beast Wars movie, no humans, no cubic Transformers, just want a freaking animals fighting each other and not having a trilogy right now. Animals, Transmetals, and Transmetal 2s. Well, and I've said this before. The problem is that if you don't have that CG, if you don't have that human element, now it's just a CG movie. And if it's a CG movie, now it's just an animated movie. And if it's an animated movie, the small brains of the mainstream audience are not going to go see it. All of those Spider-Man movies made gangbuster money. And then you compare the sales to Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I like Into the Spider-Verse. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but it did not make even a slither of what those live action movies made. Why? Because when they look at animation, they go, "Ew, it's a cartoon. I don't want to see it." And you lose people. There's still people that associate animation with children. They just associate that, and they'll never be able to. You know, my family is the best example. My family would have never read a comic book and never watched anything Transformers until it's a live action movie. And then they'll watch it. But if it's a cartoon, they won't. They won't. That's just the sad truth of it. Mikey says the thing that irritates me is going Hollywood is with voice actors takes away so many other jobs from actual voice actors out there. Well, and as much as I love Robin Williams, and I know it wasn't his intention, that's what kind of started all of that. They did that one Aladdin movie, and then the light bulb went off in their head, and they're just like, oh, why are we hiring voice actors when we could just hire actors and then they mainline, you know? And then I think when Shrek came out, that's what really changed things. And again, no offense to Mike Myers, fellow Canadian. But when Shrek came out, they just went, let's just get actors. Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, actor, actor, actor. Oh, Cameron Diaz hasn't done anything since Charlie's Angels? Here, show up in some sweatpants and pretend to be Princess Fiona. Do I have to act? No, just use your regular voice. Don't even bother. You're only going to be here for the day, And then we'll throw you a couple million. That's how it is, unfortunately. Chen and Shadnaman with the $5 super chat. New Beast Wars figures coming in 2023. TM1 coming after TM2 and Fusers at this point. Well, it looks like we're getting Fusers first. So that's pretty cool. I think we might, Transmetals. Maybe we'll get some reissue Transmetals before we get actual Transmetals. Hey, Proto, Reek is a human. There we go. I don't think Reek is a human. We already know the voice actor for Reek, and he's a very interesting looking individual. Every photo he has, he's showing his teeth that look like they're all caps or something. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the guy. Something Gui. He has a very interesting name. Wendell probably knows better than me. Wendell's like, bro, you don't know who that is? That's so and so. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. But he's a very interesting cat. That guy, very interesting looking. Link Review says, quick question for y'all. If y'all got time, what do you think of the 40th anniversary Haslab? May or may not be. They said something that will represent 40 years of the line. Cybertron. Every single version of Transformers has one thing in common, and that's Cybertron. There's your 40th anniversary. Primus. Lord Summers says, I reckon 40th anniversary should be the 12 primes. Well, technically 13, but we'll see. Make a life-size Kremzik that glows, and no one will buy it. Mikey says, Proto, if they reissue Transmetals, do you think they will do it with the flaky Transmetal parts? Well, again, the flaky Transmetal parts was more just an individual problem. It's that some characters, when they did the vac metal, it was sealed properly and they put a nice gloss over it. Like Cheetor, Transmetal Cheetor is indestructible, and that has vac metal on it. Goober, oh, I miss Wendell. I know. I want to get Wendell back on the show. Wendell is 100% going to be back for the year-end special when we do the top 5 Transformers of 2022 in this case. Jaws D will always be on it. He'll always be like, he could be in China and we'll still do a Zoom call, record stuff, and we'll do. That's a tradition I will always keep. I will keep that as long as humanly possible. But getting back to what Mikey's saying, like Cheetor, it was really sealed in, and even some of the others, like Primal was really good. If you ignore the GPS on Megatron, all that chrome on his face, none of it ever chips. It's just Rat Trap, Ramulus. Who else was kind of garbage? I know Rat Trap and Ramulus have the biggest problems of the two of the Beast War stuff. When we get into Jetstorm, that's a whole other story. But like Rat Trap was the worst of the bunch. However it was done. The Toy Armada and Aaron Archer says, "When am I going to be on again?" Aaron, you're always welcome to come on. You just warn me in advance, and then we'll just do the setup. We'll do the setup for sure. Thank you, Dylan, for subscribing to the channel. But Aaron, I don't mind having you on. It's always fun to have you on. Whenever I have a guest, I have to do a completely different setup because I don't want to have when I used to have guests in the past, what I hated was there would be a delay. And to give an example, watch last year's top 5 Transformers with me and Jaws D. And it sounds like I'm talking over him because there was such a stupid delay. I've fixed all of that now. Now we don't have that problem anymore. Now everything is smooth one for one. When I had Christina on, it sounded like there was always a delay. And I hated that because the audio would come in, it streams to you guys, but then it takes my footage and then it doesn't overlap properly. It was a stupid system. I've fixed it all since then. I only started streaming since the Big V started. So I'm still kind of new to it, but I was learning. We got the new microphone, the new setup, the new webcam. We don't have that glitch that was always happening in the corner there, if anyone that remembers. Figured it all out. A learning curve if there ever was one. You're just messing. No, bro. No, I'm serious. Like, we'll do something. I actually want to be on yours. I want to be on your channel instead. Then we could funnel more people to that one. There's no point of you being on mine, but to be on yours would be fun. Spread the goodwill. Michael Koo, sorry if I miss any of the green chats. Just ask again if I miss any. Michael Koo with the $5 super chat. Will you be doing a toy review of Transart TW 07 Transmetal Rat Trap? Anything that I get, like when I buy Transformers, I'll usually bring it on the live stream to go, hey, here's what I got this week. Like literally, what did I get this week? Nothing Transformer related. What did I get this week? Outside of all the stuff in the P.O. box, but that's a different story. That's all put aside for later, so I could open it throughout the weeks. Let me try to think here. What did I get this week? Nothing. I got like nothing this week. The only thing I got a little transforming eraser thing that was a weird Chinese bootleg. Probably should show that. I'm going to take photos of that one. It's a really cool thing. It reminds me of like the eraser Sunstreaker that they did back in the day. Joseph Ritter with the super chat. Aaron Archer could be a co-host. Well, then Aaron would have to do a daily podcast every single day at 8 a.m. or 12 in the morning. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have to want to do that. That's kind of what happened. Jaws D, when he moved out and all of a sudden life got a little more complicated once he moved out, he realized it's not easy to do a daily podcast. Trust me, it's not easy for me alone to do a daily podcast. To have a co-host, it's very tough. It's very tough. It has to be like a 9 to 5 job that you're obligated to go into. So the fact I do it every day is a nightmare, but I pull it off every time. I don't know how I do it. I just do it. But thank you for the super chat, Joseph. Star Caliber with the $5 super chat. Do you think we will get any kind of follow-up on the War for Cybertron trilogy story, be it a comic book or otherwise? You know what? The Siege one was very popular. It was trending for like a good 3 days on Netflix. The Earthrise one was trending for 1 day and then completely dropped on Netflix. The Kingdom one was not trending at all. I think people kind of got bored. I think people were not happy with the voice acting. The story was kind of, I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't great. It shows the limitations of Netflix original created stuff, especially when it's CG. I would have preferred probably something that would have been more cell animation or anime, and voice actors that actually we associate with those characters. That would have not cost any more, you know. But Netflix doesn't have unions and stuff. I was told all kinds of crazy stuff when it comes to voice acting with their animations, so they wouldn't be able to hire any of those individuals anyways. That's what sucks. So Mark Morales, 1516. Hey Proto, just joined in. We just had trailers for Rise of the Beast, Mario, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Indiana Jones in 1 week. Coincidence? Well, Mario came the days before, which by the way, I am super, super excited about that. My other passion is video games and specifically Nintendo. My name Proto Man comes from the Mega Man world. The Mario trailer I am so excited about. You have no idea. I know people are not a fan of the voice acting for certain stuff, but the love for the lore in the background, like I was pausing, oh my god, there's a Sniffix, there's a Shy Guy, there's a this, like Mario 2 characters that are always the more obscure characters. A Flame Peach, which, made her debut in the Super Show when she touched the Starman and she got that outfit. And then they debuted it later on in, Super Princess Peach and other stuff like that, where that alternate costume was an actual thing. And I think they also did a K'NEX figure too. All that deep lore stuff is there, which is really cool. Really, really cool. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be great. I love that they made them plumbers again. That was something that was like lost throughout the years. So them being plumbers, them being from Earth, being from a normal world. I love that. I love that. I hope Pauline is in it. I posted that image on Twitter. Like, is that Pauline in the background? I hope Pauline's in it because that'll open that universe. Donkey Kong's in it, like Michael Kusa. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is not Donkey Kong Country Donkey Kong. It's the actual Donkey Kong. And then you have Cranky Kong there too. So, assuming it's Cranky Kong, who's supposed to be the original Donkey Kong, but not really. All kinds of retcons. Um, Lord Soundwarp, hey Proto. I have to ask, you checked out the new Pokemon games. I love the robotic paradox, almost Cybertronian looking ones. So I have not played the new Pokemon games yet. Sapphire, or not Sapphire. What's it called? I forget what the two names are. They escape me. I have been playing Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. I play Pokemon Unite on Nintendo Switch almost every single day. It's a free download. It's a gotcha kind of game that also has a stadium kind of element to it. I've been playing that almost every day for the past, I want to say 6 months. I play it every night before I go to bed. I play a couple rounds. I have a guild in it. It's the Cybertron Guild. You could look it up. My name is Proto Man on it, so you can't miss it. You can come join Scarlet and Violet. Thank you. I do play Pokemon every day, just not that one. It's actually the first time since, it's the first time since Gold and Silver did I not buy a Pokemon game when it first came out of the dual releases. When Gold and Silver came out, I was busy with other stuff and I didn't pick it up. But then every other release, I've always picked it up. Ruby Sapphire, Black and White. It was Crystal and Diamond. No, not Crystal and Diamond. Was it Crystal and Diamond? And then of course X and Y. Sun and Moon, got them all. Pauline was on the poster next to the van. Yeah, that's the one that I zoomed in on. I remember seeing that. Anyways, Giants Bleed. Speaking of video games, I want to check out Mega Man toys. Wave 2 was shown off. Yeah, Jada Toys. If you actually go on Facebook, I run the Mega Man merchandise and toys group. I'm the guy who runs that group. So just look for the guy who's running the group that's named Daniel on it. And we just posted the Jada Mega Man toys that they're doing, and they look amazing. We might actually get a full wave of Robot Masters for a full game. It looks like they're almost done. The first game, because right now we have Iceman, Fireman, Electman, and who am I forgetting that and Cutman. So we're just missing Bomb Man and Gutsman. And because we have a Bomb Mega Man figure, we're probably going to get Bomb Man at some point. And then a Gutsman figure, and we got one game done. And then we move on to 2, 3. I hope people buy it. Buy it. Mega Man toy lines are cursed. They always like they come out with a figure and then they do a couple and then it gets canceled every single time. And and it's always the same thing. It's always Mega Man Zero, Mega Man X, maybe one Robot Master, and then Rush and a Proto Man figure, and then it gets canceled. And then a new company gets it, and then they do the same thing again, and then it gets canceled. And a model kit company gets it, and they do the same thing again, and then it gets canceled. So I hope Jada rolls with it and does something amazing. I really do. I really do. Sarah says my father just watched a trailer for Rise of the Beast and called questioned me about why Optimus Prime with the Maximals is not supposed to be dead, and why Optimus Primal Transmetal because he watched Beast Wars with me. I think you might need to reword that for me, Sarah. You might need to reword that. Reword that. Reword it. Time is it right now? Oh, we got half an hour. We're still good. Man, we got a lot of stuff here today. Oh, goodness. What a mess. What a mess. This is cool, though. This is really cool. This is cool. This is how we do it. This is Unicron. Michael Koo says, for me, I pre-ordered the Mafix Hush Poison Ivy. I got the Mafix. It didn't ship out yet, the Huntress one. They did a Huntress one. I don't think it's out yet. I have it on pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. It looks really good. I think it's also Hush. I think. I don't know if it's related to the Hush books, but it looks really good. So I was like, ooh, that one looks like Jim Lee's stuff. Hook up a brother. Giants Bleed. Wonder what the Wave 3 of Mega Man will be. Probably, if I had to take a guess, Gutsman, Bomb Man, probably a Mega Man repaint because it's just easy. Repainted to one of the, let's say Elecman or Ice or Fire. They'll do one of the color schemes. And then maybe one of the Mega Man 3 Robot Masters. And if I was going to start a Mega Man 2 Robot Masters, and if I was going to do a Mega Man 2 Robot Master, it's going to be Metal Man. It's got to be Metal Man. And then after that, maybe Quick Man. Quick Man's pretty cool too. Hope I'm not, leaving out people. Michael Kuz says, yep, the Mafix Huntress is the Hush version. That's what I figured. Yeah, it looks like it. That's the one I pre-ordered. It looks really good. Looks really, really good. It's going to be my first Mafix. I was tempted to get, I think it was the Wolverine one a while back, and I never pulled the trigger on it. Where are we at? Mikey says to ask the new movie is actually to be true to continuity with G1 or OG Beast Wars is clearly impossible. Oh yeah, of course. Look, everything is its own continuity. It's its own interpretation written by people. The one thing you got to understand is you can't be slavishly 100% narratively loyal to the previous stuff, because someone who wrote that before could be like, hey man, that's just plagiarism. Writers, and specifically Hollywood writers, they want to make their own spin on things. They want to tell their own stories. That's why you'll have a Marvel movie and they'll call that Marvel movie Day of the Future Past, but it's not going to be the Chris Claremont story. They're not going to rip off one for one the original Chris Claremont story where Kitty Pryde goes back in time, and everything like that. They're going to do stuff where, they're going to, okay, it's going to be Wolverine now. That's going to go back in time. And it's not going to be the same kind of story with Senator Kelly and everything. They're going to have to change it up somehow. So that way it's not 100% plagiarism of the original Marvel book. And it's not, you could say, well, how is it plagiarism? It's, they own those original stories. Yeah, they do. But a Hollywood writer still wants to, forge his own path and show that he could do something correctly instead of just doing a cliff notes of a comic book that came out 40 years ago, actually 45 years ago at this point. Where are we at? Sarah says, my papa questioned me about why Optimus Prime with the Maximals is supposed to be dead in the arc. Oh, because it's you're basing it off of the Beast Wars story. You can't. It's its own continuity. Beast Wars was prehistoric Earth of people traveling from 3,000 years in the future. Can't compare that. Different story. That's like saying, why does Bumblebee don't talk in the 2007 movie? He talks in everything else. Princeton Phalanx 59 for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Princeton. Just got my Legacy TM2 Megatron. It has to be one of the best Legacy figures, painted wonderfully, great articulation, and interesting transformation. And you got to give praise to the man who made the original. Aaron Archer is in the chat today. Aaron Archer created the original Dragon Megatron. If there's a photo kicking around on the internet of me and Aaron at TFCon, and you can see we have like the Dragon Megatron between us with the broken neck. The neck was fractured throughout the years. The old toys don't last forever. They really don't. He's a little bit of a fragile toy, the original one, unfortunately. Especially the ankles and stuff, they're kind of weak. Let me see. Let me grab the Perceptor. He is great. Let's see here. Sarah says he is great, Princeton. I already get 13 from China. Yeah, it's true. Sarah bought 13 of them from China. 13. This is cool. This is really cool, though. Love it. I do a pose. Something for the thumbnail. Lord Sarb, so rumors are going around of Megatron showing up in Rise of the Beast. I think if they did, it would be nice at the end credits. So again, they have to do something to hook to another movie. If Megatron's going to be in it, he should be in an end credit scene to get you excited for the next movie. Because wouldn't you prefer that? Which would you prefer? Megatron being in the movie and blowing that load early, or getting him at the end and getting people excited? This is the early steps of it, you know? This is the early steps of moving forward and that kind of stuff. You know, and it's something where that's just how you do storytelling. You can't give everyone everything at once, because then you have nothing afterwards, regardless of how talented of a writer you are. If you're a talented writer, you learn pace, and you pace yourself with your storytelling. You don't just give away everything at the beginning. You could tell the whole Star Wars story, episode, 4, 5, and 6 in one movie, or you pace yourself and do it right. And you could do 3 movies and, flesh out characters and story. You put too many characters in one movie and no characters have time to shine. It's how it is, yo. It's how it is. Mikey says that may be the first 3D print of a character from the new Beast Wars movie. Perhaps. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. As Princeton says. Sarah, you may just want to put it in a ball right now, Proto. That's freaking Unicron. Yeah, well, hopefully Hasbro one day will make a transformable one of the original. One day. Word sound. Thing is, if Sonic can pull it off, surely Transformers can do it too, right? Well, look at Sonic. Did we get Tails in the first movie? No, we didn't. Tails came in after the end credits. So you pace it. First movie, you introduce Sonic. Second movie, you introduce Tails. Little bit of Knuckles in it. Third movie, you could do more. More Shadow. Do another story. Introduce the Chaotix. Whatever. I'm not a big Sonic fan. I just know surface level stuff. But I do know that if you're going to do something, you got to pace it a little bit. Can't do all that stuff. Go crazy and do the Archie stuff. Although I think that's in licensing nightmare right now. But yeah. Giants Bleed says we need more Rise of the Beast leaks. Nah, you need to be fair to Hasbro. Hasbro needs to get their hands on some product and start kind of revealing it themselves. That's what they kind of have to do. I firmly believe what they should do is every Tuesday do something. Like every Tuesday do something. And really that way every week the Transformer fandom has something to talk about. That way it's a gathering. That way people could really be excited. Instead of sometimes a Tuesday passes and oh shit, I didn't realize this moves? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it does that. Yeah. That's awesome. Sorry, I got distracted. I was like, oh, does this turn? Oh, snap. Anyways. We are working on a full-size Unicron transformable figure. Well then. That'll be really cool. Unicron. You got to print it in all the right colors and everything. You got to get that like that ugly baby blue that it came in and everything. How many days would it take to print that? Probably a lot. If you're doing it 1-to-1 scale, hopefully not. You do it in a smaller scale. It'd be crazy to do it 1-for-1. Proto, maybe you should do marketing for Hasbro. I don't want to have to work for Hasbro because then I'd have to move to Rhode Island. If I could do it remotely, sure, but then I'd have to move to Rhode Island. If I have to move to Rhode Island, it's not worth it. I will gladly work for Hasbro if I could stay in the awesome city that is Montreal. But there is no way I'm going to Rhode Island. I have been to Rhode Island twice. No, thank you. Anyone that's ever been to Rhode Island, it's Plattsburgh's slightly cooler uncle. And that's all I'm going to say, which doesn't mean that there's no positivity in that statement. It is not a fun place. I love Aaron. Aaron had a good line that made me laugh. He's like, when I first started working on Armada, I was in Rhode Island losing my mind. And the way I interpret that in my head, he might have meant something differently. Aaron might have meant something differently. But the way I interpreted it in my head was him losing his mind of how boring it is out there. Oh my God. I was there for 3 days and you couldn't find anything to do over there in the evening. What's Plattsburgh? It's a small city in New York State that's next to Montreal that most Montrealers, when we want to go to the States, it's the first city you hit. And it's this boring city. No offense to people who live in Plattsburgh, but let's be real. It's literally a giant mall and a whole bunch of fast food restaurants. And it's like the first stop any Canadian from Montreal makes going towards New York City. You stop at Plattsburgh first. It's kind of like a hub, but it's such a boring little town. It's got the one Target, the one Hot Topic, the one like Taco Bell, you know. The fact that there's probably some Americans that don't even know what a Plattsburgh is, it says a lot about Plattsburgh when even a Canadian knows what Plattsburgh is. Someone asked Proto, what's for dinner? I am having a Korean dish called what do they call it? Has a weird name. Japchae. I'm having a Korean dish called japchae tonight. Just throw it in the microwave and heat it up. It's made from what's called glass noodles, which are made from golden potatoes. It has a little bit of beef in it. It has broccoli. It has chop suey. It's a delicious Korean dish. I went by the Korean supermarket today, picked up a bunch of stuff with banana milk, which tastes amazing. Going to be having that, and then tomorrow I'm probably going to be picking up some baguettes. I'm going to make some garlic bread and have some pasta. That's what get some concentrated carbs in my diet, and that'll be that for breakfast. Probably just a keto of nuts, berries, orange juice. It's called glass noodle because it's very clear. It's made from I keep forgetting the name of the potato in Korean. It's kind of like a sweet potato, I guess, but it's a very specific potato they have that they make the noodles out of, and it's very good. It's very, very good. I love it. In case you notice, I eat a lot of Asian food. I love Asian food. That's almost what I exclusively eat almost. Outside of obviously like a breakfast and stuff. I don't have an Asian breakfast. Asian breakfast has no calcium and no vitamin D in it. And you need to have that in your diet. You really do. That's the one thing they don't have in their diet. And there's a wonder, and it's no offense to Asian people, but almost every Asian person I know is lactose intolerant. And I think it's because they didn't grow up with it. It's a whole other story. Where are we at here? Sarah, why don't they have confidence in the Beast Kids generation? Of course they have confidence in the Beast Kids generation. We have a whole generation that grew up watching it. Why don't they let them have a new series or movie with no G1 characters? No, if anything, they do have confidence in the 90s kids now. Look, all the marketing now is 90s kids. Do you like kimchi? I love kimchi. The only thing that sucks is kimchi always comes in a big container, and I never finish it. Kimchi comes in a container like this and a container like this. And considering you eat kimchi like this, like you eat it like one piece at a time as like a side dish. It always goes bad because I don't have it with every meal. But like obviously kimchi's bought with the intention in a Korean house that you have it with every meal, and I don't do that. Yeah. So it always goes to waste, but I love it. When I go for Korean barbecue and stuff, that's actually something that I'm going to be probably buying. Maybe around Christmas time, I'm going to be buying a Korean barbecue to have. I want to have that around. It's always talking about food in the last couple of minutes, eh? We're a crazy people, but we love it. Um, Mikey says, Proto, what is your theory on what Funko will be opening next week? I hope there isn't any other Funkos. I literally took boxes at random. I took a small box, a medium box, and a large box, and I'm going to probably do the same thing next week. So hopefully the small, medium, and large will not lead to me Funkoing. But I do love the stamps. The stamps are really cool. I really dig that. Thank you so much for that. I did not expect the stamps. Let me ask you, was the envelope also included with it? Because that looks like something from Gundam. I don't know why. That looks like the Xeon logo. I don't know why. Uh, Lord Soundwarp, I just had the idea on how I could make Energon cubes as food. I had a friend who did that once. They made it out of Jello. They took purple and blue Jello, and they made it into Energon cubes. That was oh my god, when was that? That was years ago. We did it at a Transformer watch party. Big dorky party. So people are asking, am I coming to TFCon? TFCon LA, it's still 50-50 right now. I do not know. Maybe. Um, let's put it this way. If I come to TFCon LA, there will be a exclusive figure that I will be bringing with, that I will be sold, that people will dig. The last exclusive figure we made sold out like crazy. So we're planning another one. If I go to LA, it'll debut at LA, and then we'll also be at TFCon Toronto. If I don't go to LA, it's going to debut at TFCon Toronto. I'll see what I could do. Mikey wants to know, okay, but in defense here of complaints on Beasties, you don't do a movie with, say, Sonic and not have a villain in it, and the villain is completely different from the universe placement. Well, that's different. Sonic the Hedgehog only had one villain, really. I mean, like when you think of Mario, you think of Bowser. Yeah, you could say, oh, what about, Wart? What about spin-off stuff like Smithy from Mario RPG? But it's hard to compare that. Transformers has so many big villains that it's fine to do that. But more importantly, you don't have to just start with the big bad right away. You could start the movie and have Scourge and them and everything, and then lead to it. There's always, you got to pace it. You can't give everything right away. You're that too many movies that try to give everything right away, and then you don't have anything for sequels that make sense. We've seen too many movies actually where like the first one is amazing, and then the second one comes out and just doesn't do as well because we realize everything we got from the first one. Michael Koo, you could just turn the unfinished kimchi into kimchi jinja. I don't know. The problem is I have so much food. I almost eat in the sense that I try to eat what's going to expire first because I have so much. I have 2 fridges in my house. Let's put it that way. I have a huge where would be the washing machine? Not the washing machine. The dishwashing machine. I put a second fridge instead because I just wash my dishes by hand. I don't bother with a dishwasher. But it's just, so I have a second fridge instead, and I just load that fridge up with even more food and stuff. So Vegemite, I'm not a fan of Vegemite. Too much sodium in that. Way too much sodium. Mikey, nope, the envelope was special edition. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I have to just know if that's part of it or not. That's pretty cool. Sarah says they talk bad about mainframe animation. I'm going to get into that in a moment. But they always show transformations of characters and things like that from Netflix. They never show transformations of the Beast Boys. First of all, I still to this day challenge anyone to show me any cartoon that's a TV series on Netflix that has better animation than Beast Wars. There isn't. There isn't. All of those Korean CG shows, all of those made for none of them have better CG than Beast Wars. Beast Wars had shading, had metallic lighting, had amazing voice actors. Anyone who says Beast Wars animation is dated needs to fix their eyes and define to me what dated is, because they have no idea. They have no idea what they're talking about. Where are we at here? Lord Soundorb, I was thinking more along the lines of using a gagger and solidifying something to make it a cube. Oh, okay. You can use Jello though. It's the easiest one to do. Jello cubes. Mikey says, I guess you could have G1 Ravage as a villain too. That's acceptable. No, there's so many characters. You could use Bludgeon. You could have fun with it. Transformers has millions of characters. Why would we just? Oh, it has to be a Megatron. You have to have fun. You have to have fun. Michael Butcher, what's up, Protoman from LA Comic Con? What's up, Michael? Hope you're having a good time this weekend. LA Comic Con is debuting at Jada's booth. All the cool Mega Man toys. You get to see them in person. That's awesome. Take some photos, man. Take some photos and share them. Mikey says, or the Vok. Or the Vok. Vok is kind of related to a certain Chaos Bringer in a small sense. Lord Soundwarp, for context, I'm a chef, so I get to carry away with I get to carried away with all sort of stuff. Oh, well, there you go. That's awesome that you're a chef. Make good food. I like to cook, but I'm not very good at it. I just keep it simple. Mikey says Beast Wars is still my favorite show in all the TF universes. I agree. It is the best. And like I always say, I grew up on G1. I watched G1. I went and watched G1 season 3 episodes. I then got to watch season 1 and 2 episodes through Generation 2 growing up. So I got to enjoy G1 for many years before Beast Wars came along. But then when Beast Wars came up, it was just so much, especially because the way I see it is I grew up on the 86 movie, saw season 3, then season 3 got cut short here in Canada. Then Channel 22, VF, whatever it was Plattsburgh, New York, Vermont channel affiliate that we were watching Generation 2 on between 93 and 95. But during that time, I was also watching X-Men. And the X-Men animated cartoon on Fox was so well written with a nice cast that it made me have a higher expectation of writing. So when Beast Wars came out, that's what I wanted from Transformers. And I love G1. Great designs, iconic characters, colorful, cool, and everything like that. But Beast Wars is just a cut above in terms of writing and characterization. Can't compare. Can't compare. I sat down with it was one of the former TFCon staff members, Jeremy. And Jeremy's like a really hardcore G1 fan. And I remember sitting across from him and going like, and he's like, why do you like Beast Wars? It's not that good. I'm like, tell me how G1 is better than Beast Wars. Tell me. And don't say stuff like the characters are cooler, because you're not going to win that argument either, because you can't even tell me Optimus's relationship to Cliffjumper, or Optimus's relationship to Prowl, or Optimus's relationship to Bumblebee. Well, maybe Bumblebee a little bit, but there is no characterization. In fact, the 86 movie is probably one of the first times we really see long form character development. Like what we see between Cup and Hot Rod, or Springer and RC. There's more there than we've gotten at that point in the 32 episodes of season 1 and 2 that we got. Sorry for going on a ramble there. My husband grew up with G1, got into Beast Wars. Meet me in the middle. Elves Bleed says Beast Wars was the best. Mikey says, and one of our first dates was the Bayverse movie. Well then, I apologize for that. Maybe you had a better dinner afterwards. Giants Bleed says, I would say animated is second. A lot of people like animated too. Animated has the same formula as Beast Wars though. Small cast, a leader character that's not the leader character, just kind of like his first day on the job kind of thing. It works. Rat Trap and Bumblebee from animated are very similar characters too. Prison Phalanx 59 Pro, do you think Hasbro will make Toxitron? I think so. They have plenty of molds to do it, including that Laser Optimus. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion. They've already painted it twice. They're going to do it a third time. Watch. Sarah, but the one big villain of the Beast is always evolving. First we have Barney, then Transmetal Barney, then freaking Red Dragon, Chad, Under Hunton. Okay. And you forgot hanging from the ceiling wearing a helmet, Barney. In denial, Barney. We got 5 minutes left for super chats and everything. Man, we're running out of time. Just want to give a shout out to my sponsors again, especially Symbiote Studios and everything. Symbiote and Andesseats and Hasbro. Thank you for everything. Man, should have got more water today. I only brought one bottle. It is dry and annoying today. It was very windy today. I was worried we were going to lose power and not be able to do the stream. Mikey says Triptychon would be awesome, but since we already have a Titan Triptychon, I feel like it isn't the way to go. Well, if you could do the Triptychon character and make him a small version. It's kind of like how Transformers Prime took the Predaking trademark and made that a standalone individual character that isn't a giant combiner. And people were willing to accept that. You know, they made how many Predaking toys they made? Ultimate class, Leader class, Voyager class. They did a Legend scale, you know, in their Cyberverse price point when it was called that at the time. So it's something where, you know, you could take an IP and if you package it correctly, you could convince an audience that has been preconditioned to accept a character as one version as another. I don't remember many people saying like, "Oh, Predaking should be a Predacon combiner and that's it and what this is stupid." People accepted it, you know, and that was the big bad of Beast Hunters and people bought the toys and it worked. So you could take something like Triptychon. There was a Triptychon in the Cyberverse movies for the end of season 4, and he was a much smaller, you know, kind of character, didn't turn into a city or anything. And, you know, it was fun. Obviously they weren't going to make a toy, but you know, you could see what I'm getting at. Sarah, haha, I hate himself, Barney, big head Barney. I love my nemesis, so I copy him, Barney. Okay. Mikey says, I would give anything for a continuation of season 4 of G1 to go into OG Beast Wars. Well, you kind of got it. It's called Headmasters, then Master Force, then Victory, then Zone, then the G2 story pages. It does exist. It's just not animated completely. Mikey also says, so used to be a dog. Now I'm just a giant head. Unicron, help me. Okay. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left, and then we are going to call it a night. I'm going to bust out one other figure here. We got the originally based on Aaron Archer designed, super cool Galaxy Comboy. Isn't that awesome? That is a really good looking figure. Not as big as the original. The original is a huge figure. Still pretty cool, though. Still pretty cool. Sarah says 1 Beast Wars, 2. Oh, this is your ranking. Sarah's ranking is Beast Wars, first place. Animated, second place. Beast Machines, third place. Interesting choice. Never heard Beast Machines being third place for someone. Then Prime. I hate Beast Hunters, part only. The only good part was Shockwave and Predaking. See? People like Predaking. See? There you go. Michael Koo, Protoman, thanks for a great live stream. Thank you, Michael, for coming by again, brother. Always nice to see your face, Michael Koo. Always good to see you. Mikey, oh yeah, and it has 3D printed fillers on it. Oh, it does? It does. I didn't even notice. Where's the 3D printed fillers? Where are the 3D printed fillers? I don't see any. Mine is my first time messing with this figure, so if there is fillers, I wouldn't have noticed. But it's on the guns. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. I don't see it. They're actually hollow, unless I'm seeing things. Mikey says, I actually like Beast Machines, but mainly because I love Beast Wars and any continuation was worth a watch. You know what? Beast Machines, when I initially watched it back in the day, I was kind of hard on it. But then when I watched the first couple of episodes of the dub of Car Robots, Robots in the Skies, I slowly started to miss Beast Machines. So it's a very different kind of writing style, American writing style to the Japanese super robot kind of writing style. Both have their place in different places, and I love both for different reasons. But I kind of miss Beast Machines, just because I miss those characters. I guess I'm kind of like in the same boat as you. Alice Trapp says I put Beast Wars second. My first first because I love Lio Convoy. Lio Convoy is an awesome toy. Mikey, stilts on its back. I don't know. what you call those things. Stilts on his back. I don't know. I'd have to look. You'll have to explain it to me later, I guess, when I take the nice photos and compare them. Last question of the day, and then we are done tonight. Sarah says, but is because I miss my big red dragon is like a new girlfriend that looks like your ex. I think, Sarah, you have to get some stuff taken care of. Maybe. If your red dragon, if your ex looked like Megatron, well, good luck to you. Sometimes it's best to date someone that's outside of your comfort zone. You never know what you might enjoy. Oh yeah, I see the filler parts. I guess because it's my first time messing with the figure. I don't know. So, anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. We had another awesome live stream. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool Transformer talk. A lot of cool discussions. A lot of food discussion. Hopefully, we'll have some more information on Rise of the Beast next week, and we could talk more about it. I hope to see you all again next week. We peaked at, according to this, over 175 people. Very good. Very good. Um, I'll talk to you all again. Again, thanks to my sponsors. Again, Symbiote Studios and Deceits, as well as Hasbro. Thanks to everyone else that I talk to for marketing that hooks me up with information and stuff to talk about Transformers and to even show a little trailer without having to worry about getting flagged by the YouTubes. And of course, thanks to all my Patreon people. Thanks again to my YouTube members, the people in the green. If you want to support this podcast, Patreon or YouTube membership is the lifeblood that keeps it going. So if you could sign up, that would be great. For YouTube membership, you get to ask all the crazy questions like the green people over there. Patreon membership gets you other stuff, your name in the end credit scroll, Discord access, all of that kind of crazy things. Take your pick, whatever works for you. They're both down there to decide, but it always helps keep the podcast alive. Once again, I am Proto Man. This is the Transformers Slag podcast, and you spend another 2 hours talking with a crazy guy about robots that turn into thingamajiggies. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, your friends, and everyone like that. The world is not a terrible place like the internet tells you. It's actually a lot more awesome. Use this Sunday tomorrow to go out, walk around, and enjoy the world, much like I do. I take my Sundays off. Take care. I'm out of here. Love you all. Peace and roll out.